The longest burning fire starter torchlight that I've ever made is coming right up on Cabin Life. Hi folks, I'm Glenn. Welcome to our channel. Maureen is off for a walk with Jake today. So I'm going to show you how I make a long burning fire starter and torchlight. You won't believe how long this burns. Well, to start off, I think I'll light up one of these fire starters and just show you how that gets going. And these burn quite nicely. I actually did a video on making up these fire starters, and they burn quite well. They burn for roughly 10 to 15 minutes. But I'm going to show you how we make really long lasting fire starters that I'm about to show you how I make it today. So we save our paper towels that we wipe out our cast iron skillets with, just that old leftover oil and grease in the pan and whatnot, and as long as it's not too messy. But we save the paper towels, as you can see, and rather than throwing them in the garbage and having them fill up the landfill, we utilize these paper towels for our fire starters. And we also not only use the used paper towels, but also used cooking oil with which to soak the paper towels in. And I've also got some paraffin wax, which I've got heated up, and that will be utilized as well. I'll show you how I do that. And by the way, you can pack these fire starters in with your camping gear, your hiking pack, that kind of a thing. In with your sleeping bag. You know what the punny people call a sleeping bag, eh? A knapsack. So the first thing you want to do is melt some used candles or get some paraffin wax and melt that and have that preheated. And then you want to take some used paper towels, and you want to soak them in the oil. And by the way, this has 3 of the cotton balls soaked in oil, dipped in paraffin wax. They burn for about 15 minutes or so. And I'll show you basically as I'm making this up, I'll show you how this big torch burns, and I'll put it in the corner there so that you can see as it burns, and do a time lapse and whatnot and put the time on it so you can see how long it burns for. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip this these paper towels in this oil. So I suggest you take about maybe 6 or 8 pieces of paper towel, and you just dip those in. Another couple pieces here, and about 6 or 8 pieces usually would be enough, I think. And this is just my little experiment. Put those in. Let that oil go all through the paper towel real good. Then what I'm going to do is just lay this out on the plate, like so. And put one in the middle here, like a point. So you end up with a ring. I'm going to make a ring out of the paper towels that's going to fit in this. So I'm going to make the ring, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the freezer so that the oil will congeal and it'll make it a lot easier with the colder oil to dip it into the hot wax. You know, if you're camping in the tent and you're getting kind of cold, I've been told if you go over to the corner, it's usually a lot warmer. In fact, it's 90 degrees usually at the corner. So I'm going to let this go into the freezer for about 20 minutes, and I'll be right back. All right, well, it's been 20 minutes or so, and this stuff is, while it's cold, it's not frozen solid or anything like that, because the oil doesn't actually freeze solid. But basically it's nice and cold, so what it'll do is it'll just help the wax to adhere to the materials a lot better. So the first things I guess I'll do is I'll take what we're going to call our center piece here. We'll dip that in the wax. The other end in. One more time. Now I'm going to put that into this. Dip these in. Should really have a wider mouth vessel for this. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe we can do it this way. Let's see here. Dip that in. Say we just put this in here like that. And this one here, like so. And pull this center wick up. And you should be able to pour some of this hot wax into there. I've got oil and wax here. I'll just use that for my next batch of paper towel fire starters. And I lit up another cotton ball dipped in wax. And you can see how well that's burning, guys. Okay, I'm going to take this. We'll let this set and cool down a little bit. So, isn't this quite a torch? Just from the cotton balls and melted wax alone. Wait till you see what the paper towel does. You can store that in a bag, a plastic baggie or something like that, where the oil won't leak out or any of that stuff. So you want to keep in mind that it is recycled cooking oil, vegetable oil. So you may want to keep that, you know, in a baggie, keep it in the fridge in a cool place so that it stores well. Well, it's been about 20 minutes, so I'll go and get that cooled down wax and recycled oil fire starter. Well, it's been about 20 minutes, and as you can see, that is quite a torch that we're going to have. And I guess what we'll do is let's fire it up, and we'll see what we get. But I'll put the time down beside it. So as you can see, this torch light gives off a fantastic light, a great flame, fantastic for starting fires. In fact, you could probably even make a coffee over top of it. So it does burn well. I'm quite happy with the results. This is really a great fire starter for camping and hiking on the trail and that kind of a thing. So I just decided to film this last few minutes or so in real time, just so you can see the flame burning. This is well, according to the timer, it's been 1 hour and 6 minutes that this has been burning for. So over an hour burn. Well, as you can see, we're losing our light here, and but this torch is working really well. Very pleased with it. And if you'd like to see how we made the cotton ball fire starters dipped in oil and wax, check out this video right here. In the meantime, I've got this torch running, and I think it's done the job very well. As you can see, we've got a real good long burn time. So when the fire starter has finished burning, you can reuse the pot pie tin plates to set another torch in it. So they're also reusable. And if this fire starting video just didn't seem to work for you, you know, you can always use Google, because that'll give you about 1 million matches. Matches, get it? So guys, I just thought that I would let you in on what the after effects of that amazing burn was. I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed with the burn. As I said, best fire starter that I've ever made. A 1 hour burn, as you saw. Pretty impressive stuff. I mean, the size of the flame on it, if you put 3 rocks or a grill or whatever over top, you could fry up whatever you wanted and make coffee, and probably even start some wetwood if you had to with it. I mean, the flame was quite large, so it threw off a lot of heat. This is what it looks like today, the afterburn, and it's there's a lot of ash, but I noticed also that underneath it appears that the paper towel is still intact, and I would say that that's probably because lack of oxygen. There was probably a pool of oil and wax there, and once that burnt away, no oxygen for remaining for it to burn. So that's how she looks today. Overall, I'd say success on that one. If you're interested in checking out some of our fire making videos and fire starter making videos, check out this series here. It is really quite chilly out today, and my hands are getting really cold just standing here holding this thing. So I could actually use one of these going right now just to keep the hands warm. That's it for this edition. For Maureen, I'm Glenn. We'll see you next time. Over and out, and take care.